I guess he was a terrific preacher, and he, I think, became friends with a hermit or something, and this hermit's name was Anthony, so he took the name Anthony. So from Fernando in Portugal, Lisbon, Portugal, he came St. Anthony, and lost and found articles all the time. And now I pray to St. Anthony so much, I tell you, daily. In case anybody ever needs anything, I say just talk to St. Anthony, tell him Dee sent you. And when we got married, I was from St. Hedwig's and my husband, Don, was from St. John's, Mishawaka. And I don't know why, the good Lord had it all planned out, because we just always wanted to be a part of St. Anthony's. And so that we're like in the middle. St. Hedwig's is down there and St. Joe's down there. So we looked for a house and we couldn't find one. And so we decided to build. And so we built our home, and we are still there on 36th Street. And love it there and love this parish. And so we, with good help from St. Anthony, found us our property, and then we built our home. Just a happy camaraderie, and made up our minds that we wanted to be a part of the parish as much as we could, and eventually send our children there. And if God was going to give us any children, we would send them there to St. Anthony's, and that was our plan. So, well, we're the largest parish, as a matter of fact. I mean, we always were, until St. Pius opened up their school. See, and all the people that belonged, or that lived in the neighborhood of St. Pius, all came to St. Anthony's. But then when Father Bill came in with his school, all those people that belonged to him in that area, there they went. So that's why we are not the largest parish anymore. But it just, I don't know, it's just something, something that you dream of and you want to be a part of, and let it be solid. And that's how we felt about St. Anthony's, just by driving back and forth to our parishes, in the meantime. And then this school building and everything, this church was in the basement, of the school. I mean, I don't know if that's come forward. I mean, I know that Father Ben has probably found out a lot of papers and everything, and the history of the papers of the church are probably packed away somewhere. But yeah, we were in that basement of the school. We weren't parishioners exactly at that time, I don't believe, but that's a few years ago. This old lady, can't remember that far back. Oh, there was so many things. And Don and I made up our minds we wanted to be a part of as much as we could and really be active. And so it turned out that at the beginning we had, it was just a camaraderie with all the people here too. I mean, it was just a friendly parish, and everybody seemed to want to do things and cooperate and just be here and take part of all the functions and everything. And I mean, if there were so many things that I wanted to try to remember and brag about, because this parish was one of the top, I think, in our opinion, anyway. But we had a great ushers club. There was, I don't know how many men, maybe 30, 40 ushers club. And of course my husband was president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and whenever they needed. And the ushers club had a St. Patrick's dinner dance, and they ran all the fish fries at the parish. And anything that the pastor would have done or needed or something, they were there on on their toes, trying to, do everything there. And we had a terrific society, Rosary Society. Oh my goodness, we had so many ladies, and groups of ladies were doing different things, helping with hospital things and helping in the church and everything. And every year we had a card party with a big raffle. And our raffles, we didn't fool around. Our raffle prize was a car. A trip to Hawaii was another one. And and I can't remember all these different places, but we had a great choir all the time, and and our daughter Judy played the guitar, and she and about I think eight or nine kids they called themselves the Unity Singers. So they played the music for the 9 o'clock Mass every Sunday morning. And then at Christmas time, as midnight Mass would be over and everybody was leaving and wishing Merry Christmas, then they would take their guitars and they would go out in the back of the church and sing Feliz Navidad as everybody's going out and everybody's wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. And that was just a beautiful thing. And other than the music and the choir, we just everything was perfect at St. Anthony's. I mean, I can't say enough about them. I like to walk with a banner here, go to St. Anthony's, belong to St. Anthony's, and we've got to get our amount of people back in. But also we had a great sports thing going on. We had my husband Don coached football here for 10 years, and he coached volleyball for 20 years. And so now every time, it was really nice. Every time the kids, they go in and everything, see them in church. Hi coach, and he felt good about that. But we had a weekly bingo, and that brought in a lot of money to the church. And it was a great income. And then Bishop McManus cut us off and said, no more bingo. Then after a certain length of time, it came back to other parishes, and we never got back into it. And why we didn't, because it was really a good income there for a while. And the people were so intense. And I mean, if there was a tornado warning, they wouldn't want to leave the hall. They wanted to stay there and sit there and finish playing that particular game. They had glasses of water and toothbrushes and different things to good luck charms so that they would be winning these games and everything. It was really comical. But we had a prayer chain too. If Father started a prayer chain so that we had so many ladies that had a list of names that were willing to pray for people that needed prayer. So when someone was ill in the parish, they would contact us, and then we would have this list of names to call so that everybody would be praying for this particular people that needed our prayers. And so every time we would get a notification that this particular person was helped and this one was helped, and that was an edifying experience. And so I told Father England at one time, I said, St. Anthony always has a lot of people going to all these really different bazaars with all the churches here in the area. Why does St. Anthony ever have an annual Christmas bazaar? Well, he said, why don't you and Don take over? And I thought, holy cow, how do you do this? And so we went to every bazaar in town and had a prepared letter and said, if we had one at St. Anthony's, would you come? And those that wanted to, they filled out the paper and the telephone number. So our first bazaar, I think we had about 18 tables, and we charged for the tables, And then as we progressed, we ended up doing this for 21 years. And that was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of work. And you know, Don was on his knees measuring all the place for the tables and the place for the aisles, and then if mommies wanted to push their little ones in little carts, that had to be their space there for that. And so he was on his knees with a measuring tape, measuring every year, and that was in October. There was another thing that we did there, and I think anytime anything went on, I mean, you know, like fish fries and the dances and stuff like that, it was all very, everybody pitched in all the time, and it was, camaraderie was just terrific. And I guess the older people, whatever, somebody had something to do at any function or thing, but you'd ask them to do something else, and they would just add it to their back and continue to do whatever they would do. And helpful hands all over the place. And a lot of things changed with each pastor, and everybody had to just change along with them, but everybody did it. And as I said, if we had the group of people that we used to have, I think our walls would be bursting. But anyway, I think as far as St. Anthony, oh my goodness sakes, I prayed to him when I was little. That was it. You lose something, you misplace something, talk to St. Anthony. And he was born in 1195, I remember that. And he was born in Lisbon, Portugal, as a matter of fact. And I think he died on a Tuesday, so that's why I think Martin and novenas to St. Anthony are held on Tuesday evenings, and that's where that started. And his name, he was baptized Fernando, and in later life of his reaching, I guess he was a terrific preacher, and he, I think, became friends with a hermit or something, and this hermit's name was Anthony, so he took the name Anthony. So from Fernando in Portugal, Lisbon, Portugal, he came St. Anthony, and lost and found articles all the time. And now I pray to St. Anthony so much, I tell you, daily. In case anybody ever needs anything, I say just talk to St. Anthony, tell him Dee sent you. And I mean, I don't know, St. Anthony's has just become our cornerstone on our life and our love and I can't say enough about St. Anthony's, and I think that the good Lord has had everything all planned out when Dan and I got married on October the 13th, 1956. And I don't know of how many things that we were not a part of that were sort of behind our back that were going on. I mean, it was a very busy parish, a very loving parish, and a very consoling parish. And so from St. Anthony's, the kids went to Marian High School. And, what else can I say? I have to say, this is something that I always say every night, and as I say, I don't know if you want this on or not, but it's like my Don is talking to me. He used to always call me Babe, and I used to call him Babe. And it says, I am home in heaven, Babe, oh so happy and so bright. There is perfect joy and beauty in this everlasting light. All the pain and grief are over, every restless yearning past. I am now at peace forever, safely home in heaven at last. Babe, do not grieve so sorely, for I love you dearly still. Try to look beyond earth's shadows. Pray to trust our Father's will. When your work is all completed, He will gently call you home. Oh, the rapture of that meeting, babe. Oh, the joy to see you come. And so I say that every night.